Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can see in the short little clip before, we are going to be working with jalapenos and banana peppers. The recipe is cowboy candy. When you use the banana peppers, they call it cowgirl candy. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make maybe a jar or two of just the regular cowboy candy with the jalapenos. And then I'm going to mix the banana peppers and the jalapenos to make what I'm going to call rodeo candy. So let's get it started. The first thing you're going to need 6 cups of sugar. Alright, so we got the 6 cups of sugar in there. Then you're going to need 2 cups of distilled white vinegar. Now you can use cider vinegar if you prefer, but we're just going to use the good old white vinegar here. So you're going to need 2 cups of that. You're going to need, you can use 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, or you could use 1 garlic clove, or you could use a teaspoon of minced garlic, which I'm going to use because that's what I have on hand. So just 1 scoop in there. And then you're going to need 1 teaspoon of pepper flakes. Now I'm going to use the ones that I've been using from my dehydrated peppers. And you're just going to need 1 teaspoon of that. That already has jalapenos in it. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to need your celery seed, which we're only going to use a half teaspoon for. And then you're going to need a half of a teaspoon of cumin. Now, some recipes call for turmeric. I tend to not use turmeric in mine, but that's up to you. This recipe is pretty versatile. Let me get a half teaspoon here. We'll just get 2/4. Put that in there. I'm just using a 1/4 measuring, so I'll just double that and make it a half. And then you're going to need cilantro. I don't really measure the cilantro. I just go in and kind of cut clippings of it off. We're not big cilantro people. We will eat it, but I just like enough just to give it the flavor without making it too overwhelming. So I'm probably going to say, let's look here. I probably put about 2 tablespoons of it in there. And that's all you're going to need for your brine. I'm going to take it and put it on the stove. Got it on the stove here, and I'm going to turn it on medium. I'm going to go ahead and let that start cooking, and then I'm going to stir consistently so that that sugar doesn't burn on the bottom. And while I'm doing that and getting that heated up, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting up the peppers. So I got my gloves on because these are really hot. If you're going to be cutting jalapenos up or any hot peppers, please use gloves. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chop these about 1/4 of an inch thick. And then I'm going to take out some of the seeds, not all of them, but some of them. And this is going to be a very sweet, yet hot, as they say, sweet heat recipe. You can use this for, it's great on bagels with cream cheese. You can also put it with crackers and cream cheese. You can take cream cheese and dice this up once you've prepared it, and mix it up and make a dip for multiple things of bread and things. It's also very good on meat, hamburgers, instead of using your standard pickle. If you want something with a little bit of sweet heat, it's really good on that. You can do your research. There's several things that you can use it for, but it is spicy, so those that don't tend to care for spice, you may want to try to do it with jalapenos instead of jalapenos. And it makes great Christmas gifts. I'm going to continue cutting up the peppers, and we'll be back in just a second. Alright, so as you can see, the sugar is starting to dissolve. We're going to bring this up to a little boil. Nothing too heavy, just a soft boil. And then we will be adding the peppers in. And I already got them all chopped up and ready to go. Well, I've got the water bath canner going, and I've got the jars inside. I don't know if you can see that or not with the lighting. But with this recipe, you don't want to use the big jars because you won't be using all of that at once. So I use the smaller jars, and you'll see those once I start filling them. So we are ready. Just pulled this off. It's good and hot. All the sugar has dissolved. I'm going to start bringing my jars over. And this jar is just small little jars. I always bring 2 over at a time, just so that I can use my little funnel. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and pack the jars. This is the Cowboy candy. See if I can bring this over a little bit more and move these out of the way. So I'm just packing it with the jalapenos only on this jar. Get it down there nice and snug. And then I'm going to go ahead and ladle in the brine. We're only going to bring this up to the 1/4 inch mark. This is very sticky. We're going to go ahead and debubble. Make sure we get those all pushed down there. You don't want to touch any of them because they are very hot and spicy. So when I debubbled it, that put some of the brine further down, so we're going to go ahead and top it off. And you're going to take your vinegar with your clean rag. Make sure you clean this very good because it is very sticky and you don't want to mess up your seal when you go to can it. Finger tight. And you see how you're seeing some clear liquid? That's okay. Peppers tend to float. No big deal. Next time I'll just try to push them down a little bit further. And then we're going to take this over and put it in our water bath. Bring the next jar over. Then we're going to use the smaller ones here. I'm going to put some more cowboy candy here. This is just the jalapenos. I have not added any of the banana peppers yet. A little debubbler here. Help push those down some. Add some more. Maybe too much. And wipe that rim. You always want to make sure you wipe the rim so that that seal doesn't, you don't want to have a failed seal, which happens even if you do it sometimes. And finger tight. I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this, and I'll bring you back once we get everything in the canner. Alright, so we have our cowboy candy and the mixture in there, which we're going to call rodeo candy. We will be lowering this down, bringing it up to a full boil, and then we will be boiling for 10 minutes. We are at a rolling boil. We're going to come up here and set the timer for 10 minutes. Okay, y'all. So, I think in the video I may have said oregano. And if you know me, I'm always mixing up my words. I usually come back and correct them. I didn't check the video to see if I said oregano, but it was not oregano that we put in there. It was cilantro. And if I did say cilantro, then you can just ignore this part of the video. I just can't remember which one I said. Got a lot on my mind lately, so But I did cut the cilantro into the recipe, and I can put the recipe down if you'd like, or if you just want to comment below if you'd like the recipe to make sure that I get it correctly this time. But yes, I was cutting in cilantro, not oregano. And if I said that, I apologize. Like I said, I didn't look back in the video to see if I did, but I just wanted to correct that now, just in case I did. Alright, so what that means is we go ahead and turn the heat off. And we'll let that slowly come down from boiling for 5 minutes. And there it is. Now if you look, they did float. That's because peppers shrink. That's perfectly okay. No big deal. Alright, y'all. So, go ahead and research how to use cowboy candy. And like I said, I made rodeo candy. That's what I'm going to call it, because I made some of them with banana peppers, with the jalapeno peppers. You can also use your leftover brine that you made for this. You can can it up as well. I didn't have much left over, but if you do, you can can it. And from what I hear, it makes a great marinade. Ooh, ping, ping, ping. Makes a great marinade for meats, like for barbecues and things. So go ahead and research that and see what you can do with it. And hopefully you'll give it a try. I'm sure you'll enjoy it if you do. If you like hot and sweet, you'll really enjoy this recipe, or you may know someone that does that will enjoy this recipe. So please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and as always, share, share, share. God bless you. See you soon.